gender equality, equal pay, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girls. But the social justice warriors accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, the victim card. Thus, the third wave feminists were born.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Cootie here. I just wanted to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for tuning into my first video. And with that being said, let's get serious. Throughout the years, feminism has gained quite a negative rep for itself, and now more than ever, feminists are seeming to realize they have few allies left in the world. And honestly, I can see where the anti-feminists are coming from. Don't get me wrong, I think that all people should be offered equal opportunity, but when you're fighting for equality for one minority, but you completely throw the other minorities to the side like they're nothing, you're bound to have some critics. And of course, these radical modern feminists expect to be attacked by the misogynistic white man, but when females are beginning to turn their backs on the feminist movement as well, you have to begin to question if there is something wrong with the ideals of this group of people. Third wave feminists fight for equality by focusing exclusively on female victims of issues that are gender neutral. For example, men and boys are also affected by sexual violence. As of 1998, 2.78 million men in the United States had been victims of attempted or completed rape. And yet we hear little to nothing from the majority of third wave feminists about this because it doesn't align with their personal views that women are always the victim. If feminists were so adamant on putting an end to rape, why don't we hear more of them speaking out on men being sexually assaulted? And I already know I'm gonna get a flurry of hate comments saying shit along the lines of, actually Cootie, according to recent studies at tumblr.com, feminism is only used to fight for women's rights, so why would we care about the problems you misogynistic men face? And that's exactly the point I'm trying to make. Why back a movement that is only seeking to better the lives of one minority when we could all rally behind a movement that cares for everybody, regardless of gender, race, or religion? Not only that, but third wave feminists use platforms such as Tumblr and Twitter to wage war behind their computer screens instead of actually going out and fighting for what they believe in, thus making it close to impossible to spread their views and opinions to a larger audience than just people on the internet. It's honestly a joke that people could claim to care so much but try so little to speak their voice on a topic that they say they care so much about. Let's take a look at something really fast, guys. While scrolling through the internet to find stupid shit that feminists are doing and saying to strive towards gender equality, I came across probably the stupidest BuzzFeed quiz I have ever read. Let me read some of these statements for you guys. I don't use the phrase, hey guys, when referring to a group of people that includes men and women. Look at me. I'm a feminist fighting for the right to not be called a guy. Are you fucking serious? It's not that deep, sweetie. I think we should change women's bathroom symbols to not include traditionally feminine clothing, skirts, dresses, etc. This is by far one of the stupidest things I have ever read. Is having a bathroom sign with a skirt seriously your biggest concern? That's just sad. I believe that if a woman wants to pay on her date should let her. First of all, there is literally nothing stopping a woman from paying for her food. Men just do it out of common courtesy. And again, is this the biggest issue you are currently facing? Seriously? Before I go any further, I'd like to take a little break to emphasize that I am not a dirty woman hater. And you guys can insert your own, what do you mean you don't hate women? You're a faggot jokes, because I honestly couldn't be bothered. And I also don't believe all you ladies don't deserve to be equal. However, I do dislike the idea of a bunch of SJWs pushing an obviously flawed ideology down people's throats. And I feel like that's something a lot of feminists don't understand. Being against feminism does not equal being against women's rights. It just means you're against the way the feminist movement operates. The last time I checked, I wasn't volunteering to hand out sippy cups at the Oppression Olympics. Now that we have that out of the way, let's take some time to talk about the biggest joke in the feminist movement. White people! White feminists in particular seem to always make everything about themselves, like they are actually worse than vegans. I know, surprising. Hi, nice to meet you, I'm vegan, is literally a meme of the past. Nowadays, it should be, hi, nice to meet you. All cisgender straight males are misogynistic scum. The biggest example of this right now is Taylor Swift. You give that bitch a platform to talk about anything, and she'll spend the entire time talking about how you can make something of yourself when a black male rapper whose name rhymes with Flammier tries to bring you down. I mean, that is as long as you're a rich white female like she is. The fact that she's considered a feminist icon just shows how much of a joke the feminist movement has actually become. Like, seriously, can anybody tell me one thing Taylor Swift has accomplished that has actually bettered the feminist movement? Because, you know, I can't think of anything. Enough about Little Miss Blank Space. I really want to touch on how hypocritical feminists really are. Like, their entire platform is based on giving women a voice, but they try to do that by silencing the voice of everyone who tries to oppose them. I couldn't tell you the amount of YouTube videos I've seen where main protagonist, angry feminist, verbally harasses mean antagonist, white male, while literally getting so close to his face he could probably taste the oppression. And they're trying to say that this breed of radical feminist is a small minority, but honestly that minority isn't so small. And they just so happen to be the only group that's making it into mainstream media, making them the poster children for feminism. Like, let's just look at this clip of a feminist out in public doing what feminists do best.
Provide some adult supervision. Apologize. Calm down, young lady. The correct word, generations will look back.
One more disruption and we'd have to ask you to leave the venue.
My free speech!
No, they're not. You have to obey the rules of the venue.
But this is free speech if you're so concerned.
Not free
Yes, it is!
Please keep your comments to the Q&A section.
Keep your hate speech out of this campus.
Keep your hate speech out of this campus! Keep your hate speech out of this campus! Keep your hate speech out of this campus! Utter madness.
I feel like she was almost as triggered as the feminists are gonna be when they realize a woman has the same views as me. And here she is, everybody, Brittany Venti. Alright guys, so I'm here with my friend Brittany, also known as Brittany Venti on Hitbox and YouTube. I have a few questions for you about feminism today.
Get to it.
I wanted to start off by asking you how you feel about feminism, and why exactly you feel that way.
So I don't support feminism because I think that feminism, number one, isn't necessary because we kind of already have all the main stuff that men do. Like, people say the wage gap, but that's already been disproven so many times. It's been regurgitated so many times. And we also get the same opportunities already. Like, there's nothing that a man can do that I can't, as far as, like, job opportunities and rights and stuff like that. Like, I can go vote, I can do whatever the fuck I want, I can pop a tit out, whatever. Number two, I don't think that men and women can be equal because it's like comparing an orange to a tangerine. Like, one's not necessarily lesser than the other, but they both have their qualities, they both have their good and bad things about them. But you can't treat them the same. You can't treat them equal because they're not the same thing. I don't know if that's a bad example, but hopefully I'm getting my point across. Number three, a lot of people are probably saying, oh, you're talking about the extreme feminists, the ones that are radical. I'm not just talking about them. I'm talking about all feminists, okay? There's one side where they're fighting for the textbook definition of equality, right? When we can't get equality because we're not the same thing. And then the other side is fighting for us to get more shit, but they're just saying it's equality. I would honestly side with the side that is giving us more perks than the side that's not, because the side that's fighting for the textbook definition of us being equal is actually making us lose some perks. Like, we're not getting anything from it. Why would I support something where I'm not getting anything from it? For example, so the people that are fighting for the textbook definition of equality, they're the reason why women are now getting drafted. Like, there was something passed, I read an article about it, it was on CNN, saying that women are now going to be drafted. Like, I don't want to be drafted. I was just fine and fucking comfy here. Like, now I have to get drafted because I have to be equal to a man. Like, we don't even have the same performance. How are you going to say that we're equal? We can't, like, physically do the same things. I mean, there obviously are some exceptions. Like, if you have, like, a fucking manlet versus, like, a really tall, strong woman, like, the woman could be stronger than the guy. But I'm talking about, like, on average, we're smaller and we can't do the same. We don't have the same physical capabilities. So how are we going to get treated equal to someone that is more physically capable of doing certain things? Like, not to say that we're lesser, but we are designed to do different things.
Alright, I have one more question for you. What would you say to any feminists that are watching this video right now?
I would just ask them the question, do you not enjoy getting free shit for having a vagina? Because you're about to lose that privilege by being a feminist. You're taking away the perks that we have.
And that's honestly something that makes me laugh, because I see people that are like complaining about like, oh, as a feminist, I don't believe that women should get like different treatment when they're at bars and clubs and stuff like that, and they shouldn't get like VIP access. Like, bitch, if I was a female and I was getting like, oh, have some free drinks, I'll go to the VIP area for free, I'd be like, okay, sign me up. Like, I just don't understand like why feminists think that like getting free shit is like such a bad thing just because they're a woman. Like, you just need to run with that shit and go.
No, Cody, you gotta be a feminist. You gotta be equal to men. We gotta work hard for everything, because everyone wants to do that.
All right, well, those were all the questions I had for you today, Brittany. Thank you so much for your time, and you have a great day.
Bitch, make me.
I'm being oppressed. This man is trying to make me have a good day.
Triggered!
And just like that, we've made it through my second YouTube video. I honestly hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoy the content that I put out, leave me a subscribe. And until next time, stay serious, guys.
Oh my god, did he just call us all guys? Girls watch these videos too, asshole. Triggered!
The temperature's rising and here is there's no way.